Hi, I'm Glynis Bretherton from Hypnotherapy Training College Australia, and here is another one of our Snapshot sessions. And our Snapshot series is about bringing the latest research to you in regards to clinical hypnotherapy. And I've been reading a book over the past couple of weeks from Louis Cozolino, and it's called The Making of a Therapist. And he has a lot of interesting things to say, and he puts himself out there as well and talks about his own experiences. One thing that I found really interesting about what he had said, and I quote this, is what makes a good therapist is personal courage, the courage to face one's own fears, limitations and confusions. And yeah, this is a really interesting thought. The first time that I had been working with a client, those three things came up. The courage to actually say, yes, I can do this, I can be of some assistance to the client, recognizing my own limitations of experience and also education at that time, and the confusion that I had, because I was continually pulling on different approaches, continually looking at myself and what I could use in my skill box and my techniques that I was there, that I could use to help this client who was a 17-year-old girl. But the thing I was finding that in this confusion, I started to get a bit of anxiety. And of course, what happens in the room is if you're anxious, then that client will pick up on that anxiety. So after the session, I kind of sat down and thought to myself, I don't want that to happen anymore. What I want to do is I want to be there totally for that client. So I thought, okay, I've got these skills, these techniques. I know that I have limitations, but I'm just going to explore myself as a therapist while I'm doing therapy. So I guess, running a little bit on tuition, running a little bit on the fact that you have had the education, you do understand, basically how people work and basically, how you can work with them using and pulling on these approaches. But the thought was that you really have to be there for your clients. And if you're really there for your clients, there's this connection. And the connection is quite fascinating. And of course, it's been proven now with neuroscience and empathy that we set off mirror neurons in our brain. So more than just a connection that we feel because we think there is a connection, but there is a connection because this change is occurring in our brain as well.